Assalamu alaikum. Can you introduce yourself for me?
I am Professor Hamidullah Marazi. I am properly known as Hamid Naseem Rafi Abadi because I am also a poet and my pen name is Hamid Naseem Rafi Abadi. I have come from University of Kashmir. I am Director Shah Hamdan Institute of Islamic Studies in the University of Kashmir.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the journey of how you got to know about the work of Sayyid Nursi?
I think that, if you are working in Islamic studies or you are studying modern trends in Islam, to ignore Nursi is totally unimaginable because Nursi has that great, profound influence on the thought of modern Turkey and other parts of Islamic world as well. And his model seems to be very much relevant to modern times because I have gone through almost all important Islamic thinkers of modern times like Maulana Maududi, Dr. Iqbal, Ali Shariati, Khomeini, Mutahiri, Muhammad Abduhu, Rashid Raza Misri, and Jamal Afghani. Even I have translated Urwat al-Wuska from Arabic into Urdu, so I am well versed with other thinkers of modern times. But when I came across to the thought of Sayyid Nursi, I found I was missing something in their thought, other scholars' thought, and that missing link I found in Sayyid Nursi. And what is that? That is, he could understand the spirit of modern times, and he thought that now this world is shaped by the plague of materialism, which has just rendered world faithless. And what is modern age signifying? That faithlessness. And if we want to revive the spirit of Islam or humanity, we have to go back to that faith which is found in the scriptures. Because according to Nursi, what is lacking in Western part of the world, so far as ideology is concerned, that is, prophets have not come to West. They have come to the East. And religion has gone to the West from East, although West has contributed a great deal, no doubt. But he says, so far as spirituality is concerned, it has emerged in the East, and for that reason, in the East, faith is very important. But in the West, materialism, atheism, and such ideologies have emerged, which has rendered this world faithless and to a rudderless condition.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts about the papers that the students presented in the conference today?
I was very much happy that our young generations are coming to study Nursi seriously. I have met some of the brilliant students of Islamic world, and I was happy that they are well versed with the modern trends of thought, whether it is in political science, sociological thought, or in theological discourses. And secondly, they are also grounded in Nursi studies as well. Although I have an observation, I found that our new generation has got delinked from their past legacy. Now they are more and more depending on the Western methodologies to study Islamic ethos. And even I had some questions to the paper readers. I asked them, okay, Western methodologies will help us definitely to understand people like Nursi. But unless we also try to develop our own, evolve our own methodology to understand such personalities who are very much rooted in our ethos, spiritual, mystical, philosophical, cultural, academic, ideological, so it will be very difficult to do justice with such personalities because we have to develop our own methodology in order to understand the holistic approach of these great personalities who have been shaping generations after generations, and we have to little bit have a methodological shift, the paradigm shift from the Western methodology to the, I should say, Eastern or Oriental methodology. But we have to also take help from the Western techniques. But those techniques will not suffice to understand such great personalities.
What is the importance of Sayyid Nursi's work in the Arabic and the Western world or everywhere?
It's a very good question. I like this question, and I always want that to reply these questions when people ask me this. So I think that, Sayyid Nursi has a special dimension. That is, he has never ignored spirituality. When he talks about modern sciences, secular sciences, and science and religion, and the educational system which we should shape in modern times, but he never loses the sight of faith and spirituality. ruhaniyat, marifat. So in this way, I think that West is lacking in that nowadays. And even the world of Islam, who are following West, sometimes blindly, sometimes enthusiastically, sometimes they don't know what they are following. And they also need the approach of Sayyid Nursi so that they may come to terms with the actual ethos of modern times and the spirit which is behind different type of movements and how to reconcile Islam in modern times with the existing realities, hard realities of life. Because Sayyid Nursi was a practical man. He suffered for 30 years in the jail in Barla and other places, but he never complained. And then he talked about Jihad-e Manavi, that we should shun politics and we should always act on positive things, that is known as positive action. And he talks about Jihad-e Manavi. Let us not be political always. He says, Allahumma a'uzbika mina shaitan wa a'uzbika mina siyasa. Oh God, I beseech your protection from Satan and also from politics. Why? Because politics had become that much polluted, corrupted, where it was very difficult to find any element of truth or faithfulness in that. So that we find that this aspect of materialism or the worldliness or the mundane aspects of life, we have to also deal with other aspects which are that worldly, which are spiritual, which are moral, which are ethical, apart from the material aspects. But the material aspects should be dominated by the spiritual as well as, I should say, moral aspects of thought and action.
So, on that note, in your opinion, do you think there are enough studies on about Sayyid Nursi and the Risalat-e-Nur?
I don't think so. There are many. Even I was here in different parts of Turkey. I went to Afyon, I went to Caesarea, I went to Konya, I went to Bursa, I went to this Mazantein and other places. But I found everywhere that people are not able to speak other languages than Turkish language. But the thought of Sayyid Nursi has universal nature. It needs to be presented in all languages. And unless the students of Risalat-e-Nur become conversant with modern idiom and medium, the languages, all aspects of that, so they will not be able to project Nursi in a better way. So I think that, as much as he should have been known by the people, he has been not known. But the world needs him. I feel sometimes that world needs Nursi more than he needs someone else. It will need someone else. Because his thought is that much relevant. It touches our heart. Because it is very much practical. And he is very sincere. He has undergone those trials and tribulations. Sometimes I compare Nursi with Ghazali. Sometimes with Imam Rabbani. Sometimes I compare him with, great scholars like Ibn Arabi and Sayyid al-Qadir Jilani. Although they were also very important scholars and great personalities of Islam. But Nursi has also same message for modern age, and it seems sometimes unique. And this uniqueness of Nursi is not being highlighted so that it may attract more and more people, especially in the western part of the world. Nursi will become very popular if he is being presented in the language of the West and the European languages. It has great potential. Being a student of comparative philosophies, comparative religions, I can feel that there is something which is only found in Nursi, which is not found elsewhere.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Let's talk a little bit more about the conference today. What are your thoughts in general about the conference today and the networking process? And has the foundation achieved its goal in making it quite a good and beneficial conference?
It's very good because for the first time I have come to Turkey, and it was because of the invitation of the foundation. And I found that Faris Koya and Hakan and Arslan and Abuzar and Akif and all these great people who are belonging to the movement of Nursiya, Nurju movement. So they are doing a very wonderful job. And this is very interesting that people from all parts of Islamic world, Arabic world, India, Pakistan and other countries, and especially from the different universities of Turkey itself, they assembled at a place, and some serious papers are being read here. And some of the papers which I have attended so far, they are very meaningful. People have really worked hard in order to present their papers and prepare their papers, and a good deal of discussion has been generated. And that is going to pave the way for better understanding of Nursi in coming years.